Hello. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever in the world you happen to be. Hello, Sammy and Mike. Thank you guys for being here. It's great to see you, as always. I know it's been a minute. Sammy, I've been doing all right. I'm still in medical limbo. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know it's a lot. So I'm not going to get into it right now. I might not at all today, even. I'm just going to feel out how I feel. But I have an MRI on Sunday, and that will bring all the answers that will hopefully bring me out of limbo and into a timeline of what's going to happen and when. So yeah, that's basically what's going on. Good morning to you, Esther. Great to see you. And awesome. Hi, Lisa. I'm glad she's here. And thank you so much, Breeze. I put on a little like lip stain, and I've been trying more with my appearance to motivate me to do more things. Because it's very hard to find motivation when you cannot eat anything. It's been, I think 35 days I'm at now. I should stop counting, but it's been over 30 days for sure since I've had a bite of food, which is very sad. But anyway, I actually gave away my book in the hospital to my roommate. This book, I gave away my copy of it. So all like my notes and things that I had marked in that book are with my one of my roommates from my last hospital stay. I just felt like she needed it more than me, and I knew I could always order another copy. So I did, and it actually came in the mail yesterday, which is perfect timing because this has been what I've kind of been relying on. And I've read from it in my last live session, I believe, the last one that I posted the recording of. And Anna's Pema has got me through some rough pain days, absolutely. So this was like beyond helpful. You can screenshot this now if you want to. I'm going to write it in the chat as well. But this is one of the best books ever, especially if you are in a hard time. And Bree says, Pema helps me see light available. That is a great way to put it. I feel the exact same way. And the way that I read this book and the way that I read most books, especially if I'm doing it for pain relief or like for spiritual guidance or help, is I just kind of close my eyes, like ask for guidance in my mind, and then open to a random page and just see wherever my eyes land. And it typically is like weirdly on point with whatever I've been thinking about or talking about. So that's what I'll try to do again today. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started with this guided relaxation. And then we can do more of a Q&A talk chat afterwards if you would like to. We'll just feel how we're all feeling. Let's go ahead and get started. You can listen to this practice wherever it is that you find yourself today. You can be sitting down, you can be laying down, you can be stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully, wherever you are when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. So if you would prefer to listen to this practice while being in a still position, you can just let now be the time where you allow yourself to fidget, adjust, stretch, or move the body in whatever ways your body wants to move. Really doing your best to not think about these movements at all or worry about what anything looks like, but stepping more fully into your sense of feeling and shifting into a curious perspective as you wonder how certain movements feel in your body and become curious of how certain movements feel in the bones, muscles, and joints. As you let your body move you in the ways that intuitively feel good. And if what feels best in your body at any time is stillness, then honoring that need for stillness whenever that feels like what you need. while also knowing that there is no rush whatsoever, and you may continue to move and adjust yourself throughout this practice whenever you have the need to. But if you would prefer to listen to this while being in a dedicated, still position, then you may make your way there whenever you are ready, if you haven't already. Just checking in that your spine is nice and straight in whatever position you have chosen. And if you are in a space where you feel safe and would like to, you can allow your eyes to gently close at any time if they aren't closed already. As you now take this moment to mark your arrival into your practice today, and to mark your arrival into your body today with a full, intentional cleansing breath, calling in fresh, new air into your body, slowly watching as you fill up with air to every corner and edge of you, as you hold that for a moment when you are full, to just experience what it feels like to be full of air right now. And as you need to, slowly exhaling all of that out of you, bit by bit, as you gently pull the navel in toward the spine at the bottom of your exhale to just push any last bit of stagnant air out of you. As you again pause for a moment here to stay and experience what it feels like to be empty of air right now. And allowing your next breath to come in as it is needed. And you may continue to breathe in this slow, intentional, and exaggerated way for as many rounds as feels good and helpful to you, without any need to worry about what the actual length of these inhales and exhales and the pauses on either side are, but simply allowing each of the 4 parts of your breath to be exaggerated, whatever that means for you right now. So when your body would naturally stop inhaling, just becoming curious if you can take in one more sip of air. Expand maybe the back of your rib cage or your lower belly a little bit more, just to take in one more sip of air. And then once you would naturally roll over to your exhale, just seeing if you can hold off on that for one extra moment than you would normally, and stay with a bit more intention in that full state. And then as you need to, letting all of it go. And even once you think you're, as you again pause and stay and observe what it feels like to be empty, allowing your next breath to come as it's needed. And you may continue to breathe in this slow, intentional, and exaggerated way for as many rounds as feels good and helpful to you. But at any point, if you haven't already, you may release any and all guidance over your breath and allow yourself to step back and up in your mind and come into the role of the observer and step into the role of the witness. Shifting to stay in that curious perspective. As you no longer control the rhythm or depth of your own breath, but you are simply watching as your own body breathes you. Just as your body breathes for you, even in your deepest state of sleep. Just taking this time to observe the automatic function of your body breathing. Observing the automatic function of your heart beating. Observing everything about your own body functioning and all of the within the world that is your own body. So many things are always any of our direction or doing that simply keeps us alive, awake and aware. So just taking a moment to remember that these things are our gifts in this life. This body in and of itself is a gift given to you for this life. And even if there are aspects of your body that might malfunction at times or cause you pain and suffering, the fact is that this body has worked hard enough and well enough to keep you alive up to this exact moment. And it will continue to for as long as you are alive and in this body. And that is something that we oftentimes forget and lose sight over how special that truly is, that we have functioning bodies or even semi-functioning bodies and minds. It is something that each and every time you remind yourself that this is something to be so deeply grateful for, it will be of benefit to you. It is beneficial for you to remember how many things you actually have to be grateful for. Especially when maybe a lot of aspects of our life right now, maybe the loudest aspects, are painful and troubling, perhaps. It's during the darker times that we experience where I find it's even more important and helpful to really, truly, and deeply a cellular level, remember just how incredible it is that you exist and that all of this exists. That you are able to hear the words I'm saying, that you are able to perceive all about all of the world that you perceive, whatever it is that you are seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, feeling. This is all your own unique perception of life and of the human experience. And it is noteworthy. You have ideas within you that are unique to you, that are worthy of being shared. You have experiences that are unique to you, that are also similar to everyone. And so sharing your unique perspective on your unique and shared experiences can be of value. And so you are allowed to trust your instincts when you feel called to share something that is maybe something you wouldn't normally share. Or if you feel called to tell somebody something that you wouldn't normally tell them. Or if you get an urge to create something that is out of the ordinary for you. A lot of times, those urges that we get when it comes to communication and creation can be from divine places. And the more we are in touch with ourselves, and the more we can quiet the noise around us and listen more closely to the world inside of us, the greater our intuition will grow. And the more trust you will have in yourself and the decisions that you make. And just take a moment right now to first make note of any resting expression that you feel or maybe see on your face right now. And make note of any emotions that this resting expression might communicate, just for yourself. And as you become aware of any areas of tension or holding in the muscles of the face, you can allow your awareness itself to be all that you need, to instead actively choose to let these areas soften. And allow your jaw to just hang into place. Allow your chin and nostrils and ears to all soften. The eyelids, the eyebrows, the forehead, even the hairline and the scalp. as you feel, even if just for a moment, a sense that all of the muscles in your face are just ungripping from the bones, releasing back into the support of your own skin. As you trust your own anatomy. And you allow this sense of trust to naturally cascade down your entire body. As you allow each and every muscle in your body to just roll off of the bones, to release into the support of your own skin. Remembering that each and every night when you fall asleep, you are always held exactly where you need to be. And you are allowed to trust your own anatomy. And trusting that when you fully let go, you are never crushed and you never float away. But with the magic of the earth beneath us and gravity all around us, we are constantly being held exactly where we need to be. And so even if it's just for a moment, allow yourself to be held. Exhale into this universal hug. Allowing the surface beneath you to support you fully. As you trust that you are exactly where you need to be. And the fact that you are here is the proof that you are meant to be here. And so you may continue to feel all that is here for you to feel. Continue to soften your body physically into all it is you are feeling. Allow for any emotional releases that come to come. Let them be gifts that lighten your load. And just allow any words that feel like they resonate with you to soak into you, and not worrying about the rest. As you listen to the following words that were written by Pema Chödrön in their book, When Things Fall Apart, Heart Advice for Difficult Times. And you can just, again, allow anything at all that feels like it resonates to soak in and not worrying about the rest. Death and hopelessness provide proper motivation for living an insightful, compassionate life. But most of the time, warding off death is our biggest motivation. We habitually ward off any sense of problem. We're always trying to deny that it's a natural occurrence, that things change. But the sand is slipping through our fingers. Time is passing. It's as natural as the seasons changing and day turning into night. But getting old, getting sick, losing what we love, we don't see those events as natural occurrences. We want to ward off that sense of death no matter what. When we have reminders of death, we panic. It isn't just that we cut our finger, blood begins to flow, and we put on a Band-Aid. We add something extra, our style. Some of us just sit there stoically and bleed all over our clothes. Some of us get hysterical. We don't just get a Band-Aid, we call the ambulance and go to the hospital. Some of us put on designer Band-Aids. But whatever our style is, it's not simple. It's not bare bones. Can't we just return to the bare bones? Can't we just come back? That's the beginning of the beginning. Bare bones, good old self. Come back to square one. Just the minimum bare bones. Relaxing with the present moment. Relaxing with hopelessness. Relaxing with death. Not resisting the fact that things end. That things pass. That things have no lasting substance. And that everything is changing all the time. That is the basic message. When we talk about hopelessness and death, we are talking about facing the facts. No escapism. We may still have addictions of all kinds, but we cease to believe in them as a gateway to happiness. So many times we've indulged the short-term pleasure of addiction. We've done it so many times that we know that grasping at this hope is a source of misery that makes the short-term pleasure a long-term hell. Giving up hope is encouragement to stick with yourself, to make friends with yourself, to not run away from yourself, to return to the bare bones no matter what is going on. Fear of death is the background of the whole thing. It's why we feel restless, why we panic, why there's anxiety. But if we totally experience hopelessness, giving up all hope of alternatives to the present moment, we can have a joyful relationship with our lives, an honest, direct relationship, one that no longer ignores the reality of impermanence and death. You can just take the next few moments to simply allow each and every word that you have heard today and each and every feeling that you have felt today to settle within you. As you imagine that your body is this big snow globe and every word and feeling is just a little speck of glitter in this big snow globe of your own body. Now is the time where we set you down, let all the glitter settle to the bottom as the air clears. As you trust that anything at all that you heard today that resonated with you on some deep level, just trusting that that feeling can sometimes come when we hear on the outside what a part of ourselves already knows to be true on the inside. And so just allowing those deep truths to be enhanced within you so that you feel a little bit more confidence to act on your own intuition and to trust your own instincts. Trusting that nobody else will ever know what is best for you better than you. You are the one who is most capable of knowing yourself the deepest. on every level. And any amount of time you spend nurturing the relationship you have with yourself will be of benefit to you and to all of those you interact with as well. So if it feels like something you'd like to do today, you can allow your hands to find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. And you let your heart lift toward your thumbs as your thumbs press back toward your heart. As you tune in to this rhythm of your own heartbeat, the steady background beat to your entire existence. And if it feels like something you'd like to do, you can take a final deep and full breath of air into your body, allowing yourself to fill up to every corner and edge of you the most you have today. And as you exhale, letting go of anything at all you are ready to let go of, as you allow your head to gently bow. Taking this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. And bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. And may this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights, and may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. If you want to stay in this zone a little bit longer, please feel free to float on out of here. I'm going to read through the comments now, and my volume's going to get louder. So if you want to stay all sleepy, then goodbye. Thank you for joining. And hello, Vincenza. Great to see you. And great to see you, Nick. I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad you made it, if you're still in here. And Alberto, great to see you too. And Lucy, thanks for joining. Karma, wonderful to see you as well. You say, I hope your health is improving and you're feeling well. Look beautiful as always. Thank you so much, Karma. Yeah, so my health is still in limbo zone. I'm re-putting the name of the book in the chat. And I believe that was funny. That page was, it was dog-eared from the last reader. And I felt like it was so relevant. That was page 44 of that book. So yes, Karma. So thank you so much. I think my health is somewhat improving, I guess. I'm gaining weight via TPN, but still not eating. So, I mean, I'm just focused on food and when I'll be able to eat again, obviously. So, yeah, hopefully I'll get that answer soon. But I'm glad I was able to fit in another live because I love doing these, but I don't have much energy these days, obviously. So, yeah, I think I've done like one a month is kind of what I did for August and September, it seems, but maybe I did 2 in August, I don't remember, or 2 in September. But anyway, Robin, thank you so much. Sending you all the gratitude, healing, love. Wise and radiant Ruthie, thank you so much. Blessings to all. Thank you so much, Robin. Sending all that love back to you. And thank you so much. It's this, I kept getting ads for it. This lip stain, the XOXO shade, and just clear mascara. Bree says, thank you for saying my body is a gift to me. Yes, absolutely. I can. Thank you. Thank you, Breeze. Yes, it absolutely is a gift. And I have to remind myself of it all the time. And I mean, I say this all the time, but, and what comes out of my mouth is what a part of me is trying to tell me. So, it oftentimes resonates with the people who show up here as well. So I just feel like we're on the same wavelength or whatever. We need to hear the same things. So yeah. Same. I need to be reminded of that. And everything I said today are things that I need to be reminded of. And I try to remind myself of as much as I can. Vincenza, have I got plans today? Oh, you said, no, this is my plan today. I was like, I'm going to put on makeup for the live stream. The dogs are barking. Thank you, Esther. Have a great day. Thank you so much for the donations. Thank you so much, Em, for your donation. Thank you so much, Vincenza and Mike and Breeze. Thank you for any and all donations whenever they come through. They really are just incredible and help support me and motivate me to do these lives whenever I can fit them in. I will eventually get back to doing these twice a week, I promise, because that is something that I love to do. And I like having it as a Monday, Friday thing. But obviously, if you follow me on other things or have been in here for the last few streams, I'm going through a lot of health stuff right now. So I'm unable to do that. I got a PICC line. I'm getting TPN, can't eat any food. I need surgery, but I need to gain weight in order to have surgery, and I can't eat food. So how do you gain weight without eating food? Through a PICC line and TPN. So that's really what my life is right now, and it's making me very tired, as Vincenza knows. It's very helpful. I mean, it's making me gain weight. It's the only thing that's helped me gain weight. So that's good. But it's, I miss food. I don't think I need to explain that much more. Vivian, thank you so much. I'm so glad you joined, and I'm glad that this is what you needed. And I agree, Karma. I've never read that section before. And I'm gonna take a picture of it now, actually, because I don't want to forget about it. That was a really great read. I felt that one. I thank the last person who had this book. That's why I love buying used books, because I like getting like seeing what people underline or highlight or doggy or whatever. Thrift books. That's where I get all my books from. And thank you so much, Karma, for your donation. Again, thank you for all your donations. They just are beautiful and really help support me. So thank you. Because I'm not working currently. I can't work if you can't eat. So it's been rough, but I'm very grateful that I have my family, and my family is the best. I'm very lucky. It's an amazing thing, but yes, hard and life-changing. Yeah, the having TPN and the PICC line, absolutely. Those are the exact words. It's amazing and awesome, but it's and life-changing in a positive way, but it's also really hard and life-changing in a not as positive way as well. But I'm getting used to it, and it is getting easier. So, and I do think they're going to want me to stay on it for a long time, unfortunately, is the vibe I'm getting. So, but maybe fortunately, I don't know. Yeah, all of it. If you want to hear me talk about more of this stuff, it's my Instagram, the highlight reels. That's IBD 2025. There's now 2 of them. There's like IBD 2025. There's one, and then there's a part 2 as well. And I have videos there and captions you can read, and my YouTube channel, the last live stream is up there, and I talk a bit about what's going on. So, and I'm putting together a vlog that's probably going to be like 2 hours long because I have been recording videos like from my first hospital stay. I was there for 2 weeks in August, and then another 4 days 2 weeks ago or a week ago, whenever that was. And we'll be back for surgery. So yeah, there will be a lot of video. I'm gonna be documenting a lot of this, and it will be on my YouTube, so you can check it out over there to see the play-by-play. Play-by-play would probably be more on Instagram, I guess, but yeah. Anyway, you can find me wherever just by searching my name. Vincenza, a lot more to it than you think. Yes. How's your sight now? In your chest, does it feel better? When they did mine, it was so thin and the wire was dead thick back then, like a USB cable. Yeah, it's pretty thick. It's like, that maybe? Yeah, that. I'd say it's about that thick. And because there's two of them, there's 2 ports. So it's like, one is for drawing blood from my nurse and the other is for TPN. So yeah, it's pretty thick because it's both of these, and then that goes in. Sorry if you're squeamish. Probably should have gave a warning, but it's not that crazy. I've had a stoma before, so that's nothing to me. Anyway, and the pain is whatever. I just try not to think about it. Rakava says, you are inspiring me to accept tiredness instead of fighting it and find ways to calm it and help my body recover from it. I love that wording. I love that way that you said that, and that's inspiring me to do the same. Yeah, it's a tiring time. I keep saying like I am exhausted, like, and I hear it a lot from other people. Like, you know, we are all, I think, as a world collective, deeply tired right now in general. Validate it and be like, yeah, obviously it's an exhausting world, and we live exhausting lives individually on top of living in an exhausted world. So yeah, of course we're tired, and then we can calm and just be tired and relax. So yeah, I love that you got that, because I don't even remember talking about that, but now I feel inspired about the same thing. So thank you for that, Rakava. And Vincenza, fingers crossed, not too long, or if long, the long road is gentle one. Yes, I healed for Christmas. It's funny you say that. Some like psychic person said that Christmas, they see from me having a very happy Christmas. Yeah, that's the lows I've been at. I've been seeing virtual psychics. And yeah, I hope so. I think if the psychic's right, I'll have a great Christmas. And thank you so much, Anna, for your donation. And yeah, it's super scary. Absolutely. Life's scary. But this is scary, yeah. Oh well. Vincenzo says, are you still using the sublingual buprenorphine? Yes, you've inspired me to not shut down on going possibly back to opiates. Yeah. Yes, I am. Belbuca is what I take. And we're working with micrograms, so it's a very small amount. And I think I'm very glad to hear that, because people with chronic pain, I think we're all out here and we've all dealt with these complicated feelings and all the different methods of dealing with pain, and the stigmas of a lot of the ways to deal with pain that are necessary for some people. And if, do your thing, live your life, and take whatever medication is prescribed to you that you need to take to live a happy life. That's my mindset. The dressings aren't nice either. No, they are not. And getting them changed is really horrible. I hate it. That happens every Tuesday. But I really like my home nurse, so that's nice. And Vincenza says, the world is heavier. It absolutely is. Bring back the 90s. Yeah. Well, I was born in 96, so that was the 90s were great for me. I was just a blob. I wish I was older in the 90s. A nice small TV and VHS player and a Game Boy. I just got a Steam Deck, so I'm going to be able to play Game Boy games, I believe, because I think a Steam Deck can be anything. And I can't wait because I'm getting Frogger. I am getting what was that other one? The guy Spyro. Do you guys remember that game? Oh, I love that one. Yeah, I'm so excited. My family's the best. They just got me a Steam Deck, and I can't wait. I've been wanting one for years. So yay. Anna says resistance to the pain death causes me more suffering. Absolutely, Anna. And I talk about this in a fair amount of my meditations and on YouTube, but this is how I think about it, especially when it comes to chronic pain, is that the resistance layer is the only layer that we have any amount of control over. And the resistance, I imagine it as being like this thick layer on top of everything, where it's like your body's in pain, and then you're just like, oh, I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to feel this way. It's like, I just want to get out of my body. I just want to feel anything other than the way I'm feeling. And it's this loud, constant trying to escape what's happening. And it's this heavy, thick layer that's on top of everything. And if you can just catch yourself when you're in that loop of I don't want this, and like resisting, and just be like, well, it literally does not matter what I want because I'm in pain. Like the pain is here no matter how I feel about it, whether I want it to be here or not. So let me not add any more discomfort by screaming at myself, and let me just be in pain and exhale into the pain and exhale around it, and just not add any more layers or of suffering than we need to, because we're already suffering, you know. So yeah, that's a more full explanation of that idea. But that's kind of the basis of all of my pain relieving meditations that I do, is just what if we try to not change it and just let ourselves feel this pain and accept it as a part of life, and also accept it because we know it's going to change. Like that's the only thing that we know for sure, is that everything changes. So the pain you're feeling right now, even if it lasts for 20 years, eventually it's going to change, you know, like at some point it has to, because everything does. So yeah, that's even more on that topic. Anyway, where was I? Oopsies. Christmas dinner for Ruthie. Oh, I can't wait. I hope so. I paid $5.99 off an Oracle card reader who was high as heck. No worries. Really. Yeah. I paid, it was like $20 for a few different people. When I was like in the hospital and it's like 2 a.m. and nobody's up, I'm just like texting with like these Astro chat people that I'm sure were just AI bots telling me whatever I wanted to hear. But I was like, you know, what are you going to do? Gail says, is that like Suboxone? I don't know. Belbuca, I know that they use the morphine scale to dose it out. So like the starting dose is 150 micrograms. So, and then like for morphine, what you'd get at the hospital is about 2 milligrams. So, you know, a lot more. This is like a very, very tiny amount, basically, of morphine is what it's closest to. So yeah, I don't know much about Suboxone, to be honest. They prescribed me for my nerve pain from the malpractice that I suffered from back in 2018, which I have a YouTube video about. If you go to my channel and just search malpractice, the video will come up. And you can hear all about that juicy story. That's horrible, if you want. Jeff says, one instructor said the upside is the current world offers numerous opportunities to practice compassion and patience. Very true. Sort of lemons and lemonade thing. Absolutely, Jeff. I like that a lot. There are copious amounts of opportunities to practice patience in this world. That is for sure. And compassion. How is my mood? My mood is all over the place. Yeah. It's just all over the place. Sometimes I'm like this and happy and talkative and can chill, and other times I'm just can't stop crying and I'm screaming and I'm angry and I'm mad and mean to the people in my life that love me, and that's not nice, and I need to not do that. But it's a rough time, so I give myself grace, and I'm glad that the people who love me give me grace as well. But yeah, my mood's what you'd expect, I think. And Sammy is suffering chronically and casually. Yes, that is that's my life. Yeah. I've blabbed enough. I've blabbed sufficiently for today. I'm starting to get tired. Thank you guys so much for listening and for contributing to this chat and for being here and for all your donations, for all the hearts. Even if you don't write in the chat, just thank you for your time and for listening. And I hope you heard something that was helpful. And if you did, I hope you share that with whoever you feel called to share that helpful thing with. And I'm so glad to hear that, Mike. Sending you and Lisa all the love. And Alberto. And thank you, Sammy. And Vincenza and Breeze. And thank you, everybody. Thanks for all the hearts. I hope you have a great rest of the day. I'm not sure when I'm going to be live again. So just keep an eye on my Insight Timer. Follow me here. And you'll see whenever, in the events tab, whenever I post a live event. And also follow me on Instagram to stay more up to date. And I'll post the play-by-play of everything there in YouTube. So yeah, anyway, thank you. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. And I hope to see you next week or soon. Okay, bye.